Well, my friends and fellow buggers, it's 2024. And this year, I want to buy myself a motorcycle to celebrate 18 years of, well, not owning a motorcycle. This is Bug on a chilly but beautiful New Year's Day here in Portland, Oregon. The sun is shining, the children are playing in the streets or something. People still have their Christmas shit up. Wow, that's a lot. Merry Christmas, I guess. You know, if you're into that sort of thing. And I'm out here on a lovely peaceful ride trying to figure out what exactly I'm going to do about buying a motorcycle in 2024. You might say, Bug, why do you need a motorcycle when you've got a brand new Vespa GTS in Bianco Innocente? And the answer is, a little complicated and convoluted, and really it's pretty simple. I just want a motorcycle. I sold my last motorcycle about 18 years ago when we packed up and moved from Boston to Portland. We did that little trip in a Toyota Tacoma with a dog in the back. I mean, we had a cap on the truck, so it wasn't like the dog was just flapping in the wind. And he was a greyhound, so if he was flapping in the wind, he would have been blown away because he weighed like 6 pounds and was like 6 feet tall. It was a big dog with very light body mass thing. I don't know. I never, put him on one of those body mass scales. Anyway, it's been 18 years since I've owned a motorcycle, and this guy's gonna kill me. If you ever see a car like that, just know that car is going to kill you. Anyway, back to the motorcycle. I would like to purchase a motorcycle. The reason I would like to purchase a motorcycle is, well, there are a few reasons. One, I want a motorcycle. I love the way they look. I love the way they sound. They're just beautiful machines. But you don't buy something just because it's beautiful. I mean, that's why you get married. I don't. The real reason I want a motorcycle is because I want to go a little further than I'm comfortable going on the old Vespa. Now, that's not to say I won't go far on the Vespa. I'm actually considering doing the 2025 scooter cannonball run, which would be fun. And I'm thinking of doing this trip in August. That's going to go from Sacramento through, Central Oregon, around to Portland and back to Sacramento. That's going to be a hoot. And it's going to be a hoot because, the point of it is to do it on a scooter, right? But there are times when I don't want to prove a point that I can do something on a scooter. I want to get on a bigger machine. I want to go further. I want to not get blown around on the highway. And I would like to, maybe go a little faster. Now, as you've seen in previous videos, I can get this puppy up to about 78 miles an hour. One of the motorcycles that I'm considering won't really do much faster than that, but it's, a little bit bigger, a little heavier. It's got more possibilities of strapping stuff onto it. It's just probably a lot more appropriate to touring than a Vespa is. I'll get into what that motorcycle is in a bit. In fact, I'll tell you the 3 motorcycles that I'm considering. What the So that's one reason why I want a motorcycle. Another reason I want a motorcycle is because I'd like to broaden this channel a little bit. And I'd like to do some other stuff in addition to my Vespa videos. There's only so much bitching I can do about the Vespa. I need to buy something else I can bitch about. In reality, I adore this Vespa. Nothing's ever going to replace it. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to stop making videos about it. Really, what would I do with my life if I did that? Is my visor up or down? Oh, it's down. Cool. All right. Got that going for me. Except I need to scratch my nose now. Okay, scratching achieved. Okay, so distance and handling and stuff. And then, another reason to make videos. Those are 2 reasons why I want a motorcycle. The third reason, which I think I touched on earlier, I'm just infatuated with motorcycles. I'm infatuated with anything on 2 wheels, really. I even like bicycles. I've got 2 bicycles. I just sold a really cool one. If you're into bicycles, it was a Rivendell Atlantis. I'll show you a picture of it on the thingy. That was a really cool bike, but I sold it because I wasn't riding it. It never really fit me well. I had that since the early 2000s. I put hundreds and hundreds of miles on it. But like all good things, it was time to go. Why am I telling you this? I have no idea. Right. Anyway, so I just love being on 2 wheels, and I want to mix it up a bit. That's really what it comes down to. Last night was New Year's Eve, and I was watching CNN. And after I died a little bit inside, after watching that debacle, I realized, the years are ticking by. I'm not getting any younger. In fact, if you look into it, I am getting older now. And I don't have a whole lot more time left on this earth. Yeah, a few years, fully like 30. But, am I going to be riding a motorcycle when I'm 70? Yeah, probably. I mean, you know me. I do stupid shit for the sake of doing stupid shit. But whatever. I don't want to get old and realize that I didn't do some of the things that I always wanted to do. So that's why. But just thinking about getting older and the years tick by, and this guy on a motorcycle, how you doing, buddy? See? I want to be that guy. Yeah. Anyway, that's why I want a motorcycle. That's why I'm getting a motorcycle. In 2024, maybe, who knows, this week, maybe in March or whatever, I'm trying to do it while the prices are coming down, when people are selling their rides. They don't want their rides anymore, and I want the rides. I'm going to jump off the bike here in a few, and I'm going to go over the 3 bikes that I'm considering buying. Now, I've done a fair amount of research into this. 2 bikes are very similar. One is different from the others, but there's a reason for that. The reason is I actually want 2 motorcycles. I want 3 two-wheeled vehicles in total. I want my Vespa. I'm keeping my Vespa. I love my Vespa. It's never going anywhere till they make one in, a different color that I like, but whatever. I want an ADV bike. Nothing too special. I'm not going from Portland to like China or anything, because that would just be silly. But I would like to eventually go across this country of mine from Portland to Boston. That's my ultimate goal someday. So I want an ADV bike for that, because I want to do some varied terrain. You know what I'm saying? Also, I just want to look like what Itchy Boots. You know Itchy Boots? I want to be Itchy Boots. I want to be that McGregor guy on the show there that he did with his friend. And I don't have any friends, but I'll find one. And I'm going to do a big adventure from here to, Beaverton. I don't know. Anyway, and then I want just a really nice, everyday, beautiful motorcycle. What I want is sort of like the Vespa of motorcycles. I'm not really into like buying an Italian motorcycle. I don't really want a Ducati. I want something that's going to be a little bit more, financially, responsible, easy to maintain, and I don't want to look like a douchebag. So, no, I don't know. So the Vespa of motorcycles, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what that is.
The first bike I'd be looking at would be something like a Royal Enfield Himalayan. And that's probably the least likely one out of the lot, but let's just go with it. I'd probably go for like a 2022. The Royal Enfield is a 411cc bike, puts out about, 25 horsepower. It's got the ABS and, all that. Well, really, I think it just has ABS. And it's about, 439 pounds wet. I'm not sure I want to buy an Indian bike, if I'm being perfectly honest. I bought an Italian bike. I'm Italian, and I've had my issues. I'm not sure I want to buy an Indian bike. That's just me. The second bike I'm thinking about would be something like a Honda CB500X. This looks like a great bike, but a lot of people say it doesn't have a whole lot of soul. I don't know. I don't have a lot of soul. It's a 471cc parallel twin. It puts out about 47 horsepower. It's got the ABS, and it's about 440 pounds dripping wet. Kind of like me. The third bike, which isn't a ADV bike, but I'm absolutely in love with it, is the Triumph Bonneville T100. I love this bike. If I were going to buy one financially, I'm probably looking at like a 2018 or so. I definitely want the ABS. I definitely want fuel injection. I'm not really interested in going back to carburetors. There's one on Facebook right now. It's a 2007 and it looks really sweet, but I'm not into it. Oh, here comes a train. That's a train. So we're gonna just hang out for a minute, I guess. It's gonna stop right here, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is. Oh boy. I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue, didn't I? Welcome to Bug's Train Channel. Today's train is this fucking thing. You know what? We're doing it. We're gonna do it live. Anyway, I'll speak up so you can hear me because of this rude train. Maybe you can't hear it because of the noise cancellation on this mic. I'm gonna do a whole thing about my motovlogging setup now. I'm 100% DJI on the whole deal, and I gotta say, digging it. A 2018 Triumph Bonneville. We're looking at a 900cc parallel twin engine, so it's got the power. From what I hear, it puts out about 54 horsepower, which is probably fine for me. Just to get down the highway, probably does what, 110, 100? I think it's called the T100 because it goes 100. I know a lot about motorcycles. Welcome to Bug's Motorcycle. There goes the train. I'm not going to do this whole thing over again. No. Anyway, it's a retro bike. I've got my issues with the whole retro bike thing. Here's why I have issues with the retro bike thing. Not necessarily the retro bike thing in general, but the Triumph Bonneville has what appears to be like fake carburetors and fake air fins on the engine thing. I don't know, my OCD doesn't allow for this. So it would be something I would have to get over, but I think I could get over it because the bike is so damn sweet. It's got the ABS. It weighs what? I think I heard like 403 pounds wet, kind of like me. So that's what I'm looking at. The Royal Enfield Himalayan, maybe. The Honda CB500X, super reliable. It's pretty decent looking. It's a Honda. You can't really go wrong, right? I just don't know if my heart's in it. And then the Triumph Bonneville T100. My heart's definitely in that. And I think that's kind of a shoe-in at this point, but they're pricey. Or they can be. I don't know. I don't want to go too old. The one I'm looking at on Facebook Marketplace right now is got some rusty bolts. Do I want to deal with rusty bolts on the first motorcycle I've had in 18 years? No, not really. But it's like, the price is right. It's beautiful. I don't know. I'm going to stick to my guns, I think, and look for a 2018 or above. The whole point of this is, hey, can you tell me what you think? If you own a motorcycle or if you've been looking into motorcycles, can you just give me a little heads up here and tell me what else I should be looking at, or if these choices are good? Would you pick the Honda over the Royal Enfield? Would you just forget about that for now and just go and get yourself a Triumph and deal with the ADV later? I don't know. Let me know.
Let's start the new year off right with my favorite joke ever. So a piece of string walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, I can't serve you. You're just a piece of string." So the piece of string goes outside. He's all sad, but he ties himself up and ruffles his hair. He walks back into the bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, aren't you the same piece of string that was in here a minute ago?" And the piece of string goes, "No, I'm afraid not." Happy New Year. Watch this video. I don't know, just watch a video.